Well, hello, Patriot Nation. I hope you're doing great out there. And today, this Principal's Corner for this little session here is not just about students. It's about life. It's about all of us, and it's about our past. And it's about our present. It's about our future. But it's just something that's been on my heart that I've wanted to share and talk with everybody about, and it's about our journey in life. Talking to our students, they may ask themselves, or maybe you as parents ask yourself, why do coaches yell? Kids and students may want to ask why their parents seem so frustrated all the time. Why do I seem frustrated as the principal sometimes, or agitated? Well, the answer is pretty simple. I mean, it just is, because we know the potential that's inside of each one of our children, that's inside of each one of our students. You see, we've already lived that life. And I know students don't want to hear that, young people don't want to hear that, and true that we did live that life, and it was at a different era. There were different societal norms, but the struggles and challenges are the same. We know what the future may hold for people, for these kids, if they make the same mistakes that we made. You see, we look at them, and we see them in the prime of their life. They have their health, they have sharp minds, and their opportunities are endless. And many of us, as teachers, coaches, parents, principals, we see that, and we get frustrated when we see that potential wasted. And we know how quickly time goes by. It goes by so fast. And we also understand when you're a teenager how desperately you want time to go by even faster so they can get on to the next phase of their life. The problem is they're not focused on the here and now. And sometimes we're not either as adults. And all we can think about, all kids can, I know I did when I was a teenager, all I could think of during that time was getting out on my own, going to college or getting a job, getting away from my parents, and not having to deal with school anymore, move in with a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or chase that dream. I mean, whatever it may be, we all experienced something like that when we were the age of the students here. I mean, I get it, and we all get it. We all felt the same way at some point, and so did our students' parents, so did the grandparents, so did their parents, and so on and so forth. The problem is most students, most young people, are so focused on that they're not taking care of the responsibilities right now. And sure, the future's bright and the hopes of newness is exciting. However, if you don't take care of now, the hopes and dreams and the newness out there, the brightness of those hopes and dreams begin to dim. They really do. You see, every responsibility you have now that does not get met becomes a obstacle, or one more thing that piles up that will impact your life moving forward. If you fail a class this semester, for example, you got to retake it next semester. So that's one less class that one less elective you can take, or you won't qualify for work-based learning, or you now have to take a full load now. That's just one more obstacle you have. If you miss the Tennessee Promise deadlines, there's 2 years of college you just wasted. You don't get. If you miss scholarship applications, some of these scholarships go unclaimed and we don't even apply for them. We don't even pay attention to the deadlines. And it's more money we got to come up with. If you start skipping school, you start missing it, you don't feel like coming. Same way in adults, if we don't feel like going to work, well, there'll be a time when we can't come to school or we can't come to work because we're truly sick or there's a true issue. But it piles up and we've ran out of sick days or we've ran out of parent notes and now we're facing truancy. Little things like that become big problems if we don't take care of them now. For example, sometimes we don't know how to handle situations and we try to handle it ourselves when it comes to issues with students, or we feel like we have to talk back, or whatever it may be. It just snowballs into one more thing, and now we've got a discipline record, and now we've got issues that we got to take care of, and sometimes it might get the SRO involved or the courts involved. All those things, if we don't take care of business, can snowball into problems that could negatively impact our lives. We want to party, we want to go out, we want to numb ourselves, we want to live life to the fullest, and the next thing we know, 8 years pass by and we're still living in our parents' house and we're begging them for allowance money or begging them to stay on their insurance now. That happens because, not always, but because we didn't take care of these little responsibilities. And we know that as adults and as parents. And we see these mistakes happening over and over with the young people, and it just frustrates us so much. Because life is real and it's cruel. And everybody out there that's old enough can relate to that. And it doesn't care who you are or where you're from or what circumstances you're encountering. And so the more responsibilities you blow off now, it'll make the pain of the brutal hand of reality hit even harder. I promise you, you're going to get hit with reality at some point. It may come in a variety of ways. It could come from sickness, it could come from an accident, it could be financial, it could be you didn't get promoted and you feel like you deserve something, you could have been done wrong. There's all kinds of things that happen that you can't control, so you got to control what you can. Life is not about just, the negatives of it. It's about the positives too, because you do get hit, you get knocked down, you get back up though. We dust ourselves off, we learn and figure out what happened and why it happened, and we move forward. And we don't make those same mistakes again. Let's not keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. Learn from things. Students now, take care of your business. Come to school. Don't have zeros. Have good relationships with your teachers, and never under any circumstance draw negative attention to yourself. Little things like that. Upperclassmen, you seniors, the Tennessee Promise is huge. FAFSA, this is how you get free money. And this is so important. Turn in those assignments. And I know so many of you all that are 18, you're just ready to get on with your life. But man, your life's going to be a lot easier with that high school diploma that you earned, and that you earned the right way. I know it seems frustrating right now, and it feels like May will never get here, but I promise you, these next 150 days will go by like that. And then the next 70 years of your life, you'll have to do with it as you choose. But if you've prepared yourself and taken care of these little things right now, and the rest of your life's going to be awesome. Just like the financial advisor Dave Ramsey says, live like no other so that one day you can live like no other. That's what you've got to focus on right now. You've got to do that right now, and then you only got 150 days of it. You can handle it. I promise you can. Don't take your responsibilities off. Take care of the little things, and it'll get here before you know it, and great things will happen. We know the potential that's inside of you. It's inside of each and every one of you all that are listening. We know the greatness that each and every one of you all are capable of accomplishing. Not just the students here, but parents and members of this community and anyone listening. We know that it's there. So let's go take care of it. So let's go out there. Let's do our job. Let's take care of our responsibilities and live a great life. I can't hide my patriot pride.